Hello everyone and welcome back to the Cleveland Browns franchise. This is your host Husker Eurocat, and today the Brownies visit the Pittsburgh Steelers in their first meeting of the season. In our last episode though, the Browns suffered their first loss of the season, failing to outscore the Titans. Tennessee came up with a second half that just devastated the Browns both on offense and defense. Putting together a solid running game after the break, the Titans appeared to wear down the number one rush defense in the league. After the loss of Breshad Perriman, the Browns offense just seemed to play flatter than in the first half. The Browns decided to put Perriman on injured reserve, so that meant looking for another wideout. They picked up 5-year veteran Chris Gibbons out of Wake Forest and formerly playing for the Los Angeles Rams. No Breshad Perriman here, but a solid backup at 6 foot and just over 200 pounds. How he'll contribute to this team is the big question. They have lots of talent in front of him, and for now, he'll be playing from the bottom of the depth chart. This week, we're at Heinz Field to take on the 9-2 Steelers. The Browns have a one-game advantage, well, for now anyway. And we'll have to see if the Browns can bounce back from that loss to the Titans on the road and in an environment that is less than cordial. It's a rainy day here in Pittsburgh, so who knows what could happen here in the soupy conditions that exist. The Steelers are looking to bounce back as well from their loss to the Dolphins, but they're playing at home, and that may give them the edge that they so desperately need. The Steelers have the ball first at their own 25-yard line with Bell in the backfield, and he gets the ball and goes left and has a nice 5-yard pickup to the 30-yard line. Roethlisberger passes left side to Dwayne Allen, just shy of the sticks. And with inches left to go, Big Ben drops deep and fires long, and it's complete to Darius Hayward-Bay inside the 35 to the 32 of the Browns. Bell spins and gets caught in the backfield. Here on 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger goes back to pass, and he is sacked back at the 40-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 39, 17 yards to go, and it's complete but well short of the first down. And that brings out Chris Boswell for a 51-yard field goal, and it's no good, off to the right side. Now the Browns take over at the 40-yard line. Stafford rolls to his left and decides to run, and boy, he needs to learn how to slide. But a 7-yard gain puts him at 2nd and 3. Stafford throws short, hits Johnson, and he fumbles the football, recovered by Cameron Hayward. Duke Johnson takes a hit from Lawrence Timmons and coughs up the football. And it's Steeler ball at the 49, just inside Brown territory. Le'Veon Bell with a nice pickup inside the 40 for a first down. At the 36.5 with Brandon Spikes showing blitz. The pass is set to Antonio Brown, and he has a long gain inside the 20 down to inside the 15-yard line. Out of the offset eye, Bell gets the call, and he has a nice gain down to the 8-yard line. 3rd and 3. Jordan Todman gets the carry, and he's inside the 5, down to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal now from the 2. Roethlisberger runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Big Ben on a quarterback draw of all things carries Barkevious Mingo into the end zone. And it's 7-0 Steelers. Back in the hands of the Browns at the 23. Johnson counters left and gets almost the first down. Inches to go for the first. Third down, up the middle goes Malcolm Johnson, and he does not get the first. Cleveland is challenging the ball spot. Did he get the first down? Look at that red line. Boy, he's awfully close. He might have the ball in the wrong hand, though. I don't know. It's going to be close. What are the refs going to call? Play stands. And that brings quarter number 1 to a close with your score 7-0. The Steelers on top. After a series of 3 and outs, the Browns have the ball again. From the 47-yard line, Stafford throws complete to Duke Johnson. Close to a first down inside the 45 of the Steelers. And Johnson, Malcolm that is, up the middle, and he fumbles the football. Recovered by the defense. Oh my goodness. And the booth reviews this one as well. Johnson gets hit by Lawrence Timmons, and he loses the football. These wet conditions that they're playing in today is really wreaking havoc on any kind of game plan for either one of these teams. And the play stands. So it's Steeler ball. 1st and 15 after a false start. Roethlisberger, play fake. And he throws long to Darius Hayward-Bay. And he's out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Roethlisberger calls his own number and gets to the 25. They mark him at the 24, so it's 2nd in inches now. Roethlisberger calls his own number again, and he's inside the 20 for a first down. Now on 2nd and 7 in the red zone from the 13-yard line. He calls his number yet again inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Steelers. Bell gets the carry, and he's knocked forward to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal out of the I formation. Todman in the backfield, and he gets the ball, and he's just shy of the goal line. 3rd down conversion coming up. Roethlisberger has the ball batted down by Dante Whitner. That brings on Chris Boswell for a chip shot field goal, and it's good. 1st and 10 for the Browns now. Out of the split back formation, Stafford goes back to pass, and he throws it long, and it's caught by Travis Benjamin inside the 35-yard line of the Steelers. 34, Stafford rolls left and completes it to Duke Johnson out of bounds at the 20-yard line. An offside call on Bud Dupree of the Steelers, and that's declined. That brings us down to the 2-minute warning with your score 10-0 Steelers. But the Browns are driving at the 20-yard line. Stafford goes back to pass, rolls to his right, and hits Gordon in the end zone for the touchdown. Bud Dupree just blowing that assignment, going the wrong way, and Gordon is free in the right side of the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. That brings the score to 10-7 Steelers. And from their own 25, Roethlisberger goes back to pass and completes it to Antonio Brown for a short gain to the 30-yard line. Now on 3rd and 5. Roethlisberger alone in the backfield throws, and it's intercepted by Carlos Dansby. Roethlisberger trying to get it up and over the top of a leaping Carlos Dansby, just didn't make it. So it's Browns football at the 31-yard line. Stafford goes back to pass, and it's complete. First down to the 20-yard line. Travis Benjamin doing a pretty good job so far in relief of Brashad Perriman. Stafford has Barnage in the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. This time, Bud Dupree getting a little help from Will Allen, but it didn't do any good at all. Complete to Gary Barnage, almost on the same route as before. Now Kaimi Fairbairn misses the extra point, so it's 13-10, and the Steelers are only down by a field goal. Roethlisberger calls his own number again, and he has a nice gain, a 12-yard pickup to the 38-yard line, and they call a timeout. 1st and 10. Roethlisberger goes back to pass, and he hits Antonio Brown at the 45. 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger again to Antonio Brown, but only a 2-yard pickup. They're shy of the first down. 3rd down conversion coming up, and they're only 3 of 8. And Roethlisberger is stuffed by Carlos Dansby. On 1st down, Stafford goes back to pass, and he throws long and complete to Hopkins. A one-handed catch, fumbles it out of bounds, and they mark it back at the 43 where he caught it. Johnson to the 40-yard line. 3rd down with the Browns looking for their first 3rd down conversion. Throws complete to an outstretched Gary Barnage inside the 20. So that gives us a 35-yard field goal, and it's 16-10 at halftime. My goodness, after a 10-0 start, I envisioned the Steelers just walking away with this game. But after that, it was all Browns. Will this continue in the second half, or will the Steelers be able to bring the momentum back? Welcome back to Heinz Field for our second half coverage of the Browns and Steelers. For some coaches' thoughts, let's go to our sideline reporter, Eurocat Baby.
Coach Tomlin just said that they made some changes to the defense to try to control the pass offense of the Browns. Pressure on Stafford is a must. It is his feeling that they have to make Matt Stafford make more mistakes out there, and that means hurrying his decision-making time. On the other side, Coach Bettini told me that he's very concerned about the Browns' apparent lack of ability to hang on to the ball. He feels that if they can keep the ball out of the hands of Ben Roethlisberger, they may be able to pull this one out. He liked what happened in the second quarter, and they need to keep creating takeaways instead of giveaways. If they execute plays well, they should be okay.
I agree that staying on top of this turnover differential is going to be key in the second half of play. To start out the third quarter, the Browns get the ball just outside the 26, and Stafford throws long to DeAndre Hopkins. He's sprinting with a huge lead into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. DeAndre Hopkins showboating in the end zone. Covered by William Gay. You can't get a whole lot better coverage than this. Lee was right there with him and tried to jump and missed. That's when Hopkins' speed just took over, and he was gone the rest of the distance into the end zone for another Brown score. Kaimi Fairbairn in for the extra point, and Smith pulls the ball away and tries a little razzle-dazzle trying to get a 2-point conversion. I don't know why he would have tried that. Bell slips the tackle of Paul Kruger and is out to the 40-yard line. First down, Steelers. Now on a play-action pass, Roethlisberger throws long for Antonio Brown, and he misses the gimme pass. Brandon Spikes is down, injured his elbow. I'll have to check on that as well. 2nd and 10. Bell goes right side, and he has lots of room, and he's out inside the 45 of the Browns. Todman is the lone back now, and he goes right side and inside the 40-yard line for a 4-yard gain. And 3rd and 6. Roethlisberger gives to Bell, and he's up the middle only for a 2-yard gain. So that brings on Chris Boswell for a 55-yard field goal, and it's off to the left side. No good. 22-10 is still your score. Stafford gives to Turbin, and he has lots of room. Being chased by the Steeler defense. He's inside the 10. Touchdown, Cleveland. Once he got around their edge on the right side, Robert Turbin just turned on the Jets, leaving the Steeler defense in the dust. Ali Marpet getting a key block on 2 Steeler defenders, breaking Turbin to the end zone. Fairbairn misses another extra point. Oh my goodness. That makes the score look like it's all touchdowns, but that's about it. Roethlisberger calls his own number and is stopped by Matt Shaughnessy for a 3-yard loss. On 2nd and 13, Roethlisberger throws out to Heath Miller, and he has a first down out to the 36. Roethlisberger back and calls his own number yet again, and a first down out to the 49-yard line. My goodness, he's getting away with a lot. And on first down, Marcus Wheaton is tackled in the backfield. Justin Gilbert sheds the block and tackles Wheaton in the backfield. 2nd and 13 with Roethlisberger all alone in the backfield. Throws, and it's intercepted by Justin Gilbert. And he's down inside the 35 of the Steelers. Intended for Marcus Wheaton, Justin Gilbert had his number again and picked that ball off. Nice return as well inside Steeler territory. Now, from the 41, Johnson fumbles the football. Oh my goodness, and there's a penalty on Trader, which is declined, obviously, and that looked like Matt Stafford still down on the ground. Indeed it was, and he's injured his hip on the play. This is not good. Taking a look at the replay, he looked just fine running, but in going after the fumble, he injured himself on the play. All the Browns can do is hope that it's minor. On first down, Roethlisberger again tries to go with a quarterback draw and is stopped in the backfield. Well, Roethlisberger this time throws left side to Antonio Brown and out of bounds, but it's still on 3rd and 9. Roethlisberger is intercepted by Ron Hosley, and he's going all the way back for a pick 6. A holding penalty on left tackle Kelvin Beachum, I'm sure will be declined, and Ron Hosley was back there just playing center field, caught that, and a pick 6 ensued. Now on the following kickoff, Antonio Brown brings it out of the end zone, and ooh, that was a mistake. Inside the 15, he's tackled, and on 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger throws over the middle, complete to Jacoby Jones, just shy of the first down. 3 of 11 on 3rd down, and they don't get it this time either. Geno Smith is in for the injured Matt Stafford. He goes back to pass and over the middle to Josh Gordon, just shy of the first down. That brings up 3rd and inches. And Johnson fumbles it again, recovered by Antoine Blake, and the booth is going to review this fumble. They're just not sure whether or not Duke Johnson was down before the ball came loose or not. And it is so close. I don't know if we can tell from that angle. And what is the official call? And the play stands. So it's Steeler football. 1st and 10. Give Istabel up the middle, and he gets a 4-yard gain. which brings us to 35-10, the end of the third quarter. Now let's have an update from Eurocat Baby on the injury to Matt Stafford.
The Browns are still very concerned about Stafford. He re-injured his right hip that was first injured earlier in the season. And given the score being what it is, I wouldn't expect to see anything of him for the rest of the game. I've been told that this is precautionary action, and he should be fine for next week's game against the Bills.
I think I would keep him out too if the score remains the same as what it is now, because the Browns look like they have this one well in hand. Now on 2nd and 6, with Josh Jones coming up for the blitz. The pass is over the middle to Hayward Bay. First down. 2nd and 8 now. Roethlisberger back to pass. Gets hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Intended for Jacoby Jones. Roethlisberger back to pass again, and he gets sacked. Vernon Hargreaves coming off the edge. Now after a series of 3 and outs, 1st and 10, Bell gets the ball, and he's up the hash marks close to another first down. 3rd and inches. Can they make it this time? And it's complete to Heath Miller to the 45. And with Bell, the lone setback, Roethlisberger goes back to pass, and he completes it to Antonio Brown out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 3rd and 1. Can they pick up another one? And it's complete to Antonio Brown at midfield. First down for the Steelers. And again, it's given to Bell up the middle for an 8-yard gain. 2 yards to go for the first down. And a wide receiver screen to Jacoby Jones is stopped in the backfield. That brings on Jordan Berry to try to pin the Browns deep. And he does it inside the 5-yard line at the 3. Now Smith hands off to Turbin, runs the left side, and is out past the 5-yard line. And that brings us to our 2-minute warning. The Browns well in command of this, still at 35-10. Now Smith with Mostert in the backfield. Gives to the left side, and he has the first down. And more importantly, he stays in bounds. The clock keeps on ticking. Smith gives to Mostert, and he fumbles the football. And it's recovered by the Browns. And that will be the end of your ball game, 35-10. The Browns leave Heinz Field with a resounding victory. Let's just call it big play central for the Browns during the second half. If you look at the third down efficiency and number of first downs, it doesn't appear that the Browns played a very consistent game. 1 first down off of third down plays for the game, and only 1 first down the entire second half. It sure would be nice to see more consistent play. The defense played an outstanding game, though. Yeah, they didn't do so well against Le'Veon Bell in the running game, but they held Big Ben to only 138 yards passing and 3 interceptions. Chalk another one up for the defense. Matt Stafford had a fairly good day until his injury, connecting on 64% of his passes for 243 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Browns, however, are going to need to make a decision about the future of Duke Johnson. Hopefully it's just this game, but it seems that he's having another bout of fumbleitis. It would seem that Robert Turbin is ready, willing, and able to step up and be the Browns' running back. Travis Benjamin did an acceptable stand-in for Brashad Perriman, but Matt Stafford is definitely having to find all his receivers now. I'm not sure that's such a bad thing either. It may be that he's become a little too dependent on that deep threat to get the job done. Defensively, it's nice to see that Josh Jones, a newly acquired undrafted rookie, is filling in quite nicely at free safety, and depending on how he does the rest of the season, may have a future here in Cleveland. Yet another banner day for Carlos Dansby. The 36-year-old veteran is playing some lights-out football this season again. He, along with a good portion of the linebacking crew, are in their last year of their contracts, so it could be scary at the end of this season when negotiations are started. Although he played a worthy game, he lost out on the Defensive Player of the Week award to the star middle linebacker from Green Bay, Clay Matthews. And the Offensive Player of the Week goes to Ryan Tannehill, now with the Patriots after Tom Brady's retirement. Next up for the Browns is traveling to Orchard Park, New York to play the first place AFC East Buffalo Bills at New Era Field. This could definitely be a tough one against a team that lost its last game in overtime on the road to the San Francisco 49ers. Not only are they hungry for a win, they boast the number 2 rushing offense in the league. We know the Browns have the number 1 rush defense, but they've been struggling in that area as of late, and that should make things real interesting. The sports writers are building this game as the game of the year, but if you look at these teams on paper, the Browns look as if they possess the stronger team, and that scares me a little. The Bills are 10-2 and have a knack for pulling off the big games. Something tells me that the offense is really going to have to come together and score points in this one. If they score early and often, they can force the Bills into a pass offense and keep the ball out of the hands of LaShawn McCoy. If the Browns limit his carries, they have a much better chance of winning this ball game. Remember that if you enjoyed this video, leave a like so that others can enjoy it as well. And if you would like to be notified when there is a new one, subscribe by clicking on my icon at the end of the video. Thank you for joining us for coverage of the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Cleveland Browns at Heinz Field, and be with us next week when the Brownies visit the Buffalo Bills at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. Until then, for Eurocat Baby, I'm Husker Eurocat saying so long for now, and have a good day, everyone.